the GST at least 25 times.
Once top-secret cabinet documents have now been released, showing how the Howard Costello government got a 10% GST over the line.
The introduction of GST was mammoth. There'd been nothing like it before, and there will be nothing like it again.
Cabinet papers show Mr Costello's GST was thrashed out over 9 meetings in just 4 weeks.
Was there any point, whether it was in Melbourne in your electorate or at home, where you thought, we can't sell this to the public?
We're going to change the prices of 3 billion items. The stroke of midnight. I thought, oh dear. Don't know if this is a good idea.
The debate raging even in a milk bar in country Queensland.
I said, can I have a ham sandwich? And she looked at me and she said, with GST or without?
After a close election victory, the GST legislation struggled in Parliament, but passed with the help of some of the Australian Democrats, but now exempted fresh food.
You had to decide what was the difference between fresh food
sold us out
and restaurant or cooked food, giving rise to ridiculous discussions about the temperature of a chicken.
And it got ridiculous, all right.
You really want a tax system where we're employing people, sticking thermometers into chickens and trying to run a tax system?
Well, I had plans where I'd stick that thermometer and it wasn't on the chicken.
And there was a reason the Treasurer was in a rush to start collecting the tax by July 1, 2000.
Part of what was driving that was to get it in place before the Sydney Olympics, so that tourists to Australia would pay GST.
Yeah.
While the reform was important for our domestic prosperity, East Timor's independence vote was a real worry for Australia's security.
Our bigger worry then was if the Indonesian economy collapsed, you would have mass evacuations, people taking to boats.
The millennium came to an end, but it was just the middle of the innings of the Howard government, who would be in power for another 8 years. Chris O'Keefe, 9 News.
It's been a bumpy ride for Sydney homeowners, but thanks to lower interest rates, property values are creeping up again, with a typical freestanding house now worth $974,000. The median value of a Sydney unit is $746,000. Overall, that's a rise of